first of hopefully many interviews with people talking about what we love and maybe what we love a little less about our transit system here in fair Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Oh, well, I'm a part of the advisory board or the panels, or I don't know how they selected it, called TransLink Listens.
Yeah.
So basically it's this old school, what I would call Web 1.0, from a company called Vision Critical survey. They do surveys with people like me who signed up, basically volunteered. I don't know how I volunteered at all originally. And they always say it takes X minutes, say 10 minutes, and it always takes twice as long. And then it goes into a black hole, I think, or maybe it doesn't. And so I took the survey, which is a web survey, and I took screenshots using Sketch on the Mac, and I posted to my Flickr account.
Okay.
Somehow you sign up, you get on their list, and then they send you an email with a link that's unique to you. So you don't have to sign in. You click on the link in the email, it opens up in your web, and then it's a whole bunch of questions, and they're kind of leading questions, and yeah, you're given the opportunity for feedback and comments.
You say it's Web 1.0 just for those of us who don't live in the internet quite in the same way that we do. Is it the sort of thing where you know, they ask you one question and then you click the next button?
Yes,
and then they ask
exactly.
So that's just on the level of the interaction that you find a little dated?
Yes, and also, and I know it's not her place, but Jennifer Fabiano, is that how you pronounce it, has a blog, and they never talk about these things. Yes, the data is surfaced or is published to the official TransLink website, but it's never talked about in the style that I would like. Wouldn't it be nice if we, you know, in the spirit of open data, if we could somehow get that data and use it in the aggregate? Like, I don't expect my answers to be exposed as Roland's answers, or, you know, anonymized. It's not that they're deceiving you or that it's not transparent, but it's not transparent in the way that I appreciate. It's not interactive in a way I appreciate.
It sounds to me like what you were saying in your previous comment is that you want to have a hand in being able to not only view the data, but perhaps be able to make some interpretations and to verify the others' interpretations that are being made based on the data that you yourself have contributed to.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like I'm an anomaly. Like, I used to take SkyTrain heavily, I used to take the bus, and now I ride everywhere. So all my responses are like, do you use your car? No. I have a car. I'm not anti-capital C, capital A, capital R. And I feel like I'm an outlier, because a lot of these questions are asking about things like as if I live in the suburbs, even though I live in Vancouver. And nothing against the suburbs. I grew up in the suburbs. And I want to know the suburban sensibility. You know, I want to know the concerns of people who you know, unlike me, who live in North of the city and therefore don't have to cope with traffic. But I think it's a little bit less contextualized and personalized, and it's a little bit too much them getting stuff from us and us not.
I attended the TransLinked Livability Forum on June 1st, and one of their challenges, they've already set this goal of these goals of having people change their transportation mode from a single occupancy vehicle to either transit or cycling. And I think you and I are examples of two people who have successfully done that and who are happy with it.
But I would say that that's not the normal switch. The normal switch is from car to transit.
TransLink can actually learn a lot from what helps people make that switch from transit to cycling, therefore freeing up capacity for more people to make the switch from car to transit. We are passionate about how we have chosen to get ourselves around the city, and we feel that there are many better ways to take advantage of that enthusiasm than lumping us into a very large survey.
They mentioned Transit 2.0 or all these other large initiatives, and it seems to me that the questions are designed to see whether you're in favor or not in favor, and it's not a binary world.
If you had to suggest to TransLink 2 things they could do tomorrow with the TransLink Listens panel in order to make it a better experience for you, what would those be?
I think number one is more exposure of the results, and number two is so that I can use it and so that I can reflect on it, and number two is use the software. I think the software is probably more sophisticated than it appears in the survey. It appears very crude to me. Don't ask me my income level every time. Don't ask me the same questions over and over again. You know me. You're giving me a personalized link. You might say, hey, has things have income levels or your job changed, and then branch off there. More transparency and more adaptable, sophistication in use of the software.
So that's Roland Tanglao, and we'll say bye to Potty, our cameraman, and sign out until TransLink episode number 2.
Yeah, cheers.